Hello, Calgary Catholic support staff. I'm Joyce, the wellness educator, and I wanted to take a moment to share 5 ideas or concepts that we talked about in the keynote Thrive, Don't Just Survive throughout the school year, September 23rd. Just before I do that, I want to thank you so much for your eager participation and your engagement in the session. You know, it's you as an audience that makes the experience fun and fantastic for you as well as me. So thank you. The first concept is remember your why. So why do you do what you do for Calgary Catholic as a support staff person? And with that, know that you make a difference. When we started to talk about why we do what we do, and we shared stories of how we know we make a difference, the energy in the gymnasium just rose. There were smiles, there were high fives, there was this enthusiasm that was contagious. So point number 1, when you can recreate those conversations with your fellow support staff, with the teachers and the administrators, and really express why you are a support staff in Calgary Catholic, and share when you know you're making a difference. That could really have some positive repercussions on the staff room conversation. So give that a try. Know your why and how you make a difference. Second of all, realize, again, I'm bringing this back from the session, is that your wellness is multifaceted. And we talked about the 8 dimensions. As a matter of fact, I've got the handout right here in front of me. And the 8 dimensions of wellness that we talked about are spiritual, emotional, intellectual, physical, environmental, financial, occupational, and social. And when you completed your wellness wheel, you might have noticed that there were some dimensions that maybe are a little lower than you anticipated. But by knowing that there's 8 and that they all affect your wheel is an important first step. Idea number 3 is pick strategies that are going to support the wellness dimensions that you want to focus on. And so I'm just going to pick out, let's say my spiritual wellness was a little bit low. So some strategies that I might embed in my day-to-day living might be include more meditation. It might mean sitting still. It might mean joining a prayer group or spending time first thing and last thing in the day saying a prayer. So really identifying those actions that you know are going to support that particular dimension of wellness. And 4, take the action. And make the action consistent over time. So we're just about here at Thanksgiving break. I encourage you, once you identify those actions, is to put them in place consistently until Christmas. Don't look back, don't look at any results day to day, but when we get to Christmas break, I'll be sending out another video. I want you to then turn around and reflect, hey, did my consistent daily actions have an impact? And I heartfelt know that they will. It's not making some gigantic leap and then crawling into a hole because you're scared. It's day-to-day taking on consistent action that's going to move you forward. And then concept, idea, or tip number 5 is know that you are here to be seen and that I see you. Give yourself permission to show up and be seen, and acknowledge and see one another. As we talked about, taking a light, lighting a candle and sharing that flame with somebody else does not diminish my flame, does not diminish my brightness. So be sure to take time to really see one another, see your families, see your students and your staff, and really be there to be seen by your whole school community. I'm Joyce, the wellness educator, and I wish you and your family a wonderful Thanksgiving. It's really a time to reflect on all that we have to be grateful for. You know, those wonderful moments in time, but also the things that at the time maybe seemed devastating. And I use the example of my own personal burnout. You know, if we can be grateful for all things in our lives, then maybe it just shows us that we're in the right place. And finally, remember, if you don't take time for your wellness, You'll be forced to take time for your illness. I look forward to staying connected and seeing you again soon. Until then, be well.